Hi everybody, it's Carol with Refunction Crafts, and today I'm going to bring you something a little bit different. It's working with these little tiny perfume bottles. Now these are bottles that I got off of Amazon. They came with a box of 6 of them in different colors and shapes, I guess, yeah. Sorry if I seem a little slow this morning, you guys. I'm just trying to get myself back to myself again after having been sick. So I needed to do some videos. Haven't put out any videos in a couple of weekends, so I figured it was about time that I got myself busy and started snapping out of this whatever it is and do something. So here I am, and I was actually looking very forward to doing this today. I'm just going to be maybe a little quieter than usual. So I will put a link to these bottles in my description menu. I guess what I should do is just kind of show you guys a couple more of them so that you can see the differences. There's 2 purple ones in here, which actually made me quite happy because purple is my favorite color. And so to do 2 purple ones is awesome. So here's another purple one, and it's the same as that one. So we won't unwrap the stem on that one. I love perfume bottles, and there was a time when I used to actually collect pretty perfume bottles, and if I had known this was the same purple one, I wouldn't have opened this one at all. But oh well. This one is a gold one. This one I could actually see it through the bubble wrap. Some of the bubble wrap is thinner than others, but I had to wrap them in bubble bags because I was just afraid. They're super duper duper delicate, guys, like super delicate. So here's a gold one, which is absolutely gorgeous. Look at that. And then there's the lid, and this one is like the purple ones, only in gold. But you can hear by the tinking, it's very, very delicate. So when you work with these, you just have to be really, really careful not to let them fall and break while you're in the working process, because we all know we get to moving on things and things fall over, and then bam, we've got a broken bottle. So yeah, you want to be super careful if you're going to work with these. This one I think is a pink one, which I'm excited about too. I kind of wish I had gotten 2 pink ones, honestly. You guys know I work with pink mostly, so pink would have been probably my color of choice for working with. Mostly the pink and purple, but I do love the green. Green is one of my favorite colors as well. I like working with green because you can put any other color with it. So here's a pink one, and it's again shaped like the purple one, but you can see the difference in color there. Super pretty, and again a really, really pretty topper. The toppers are super pretty. I was thinking about it. I think what happened was I think I was watching reels or something, and someone was doing something with a perfume bottle. It wasn't these kind of perfume bottles, but they were doing something with a perfume bottle, and it made me think of these because I have purchased these before. And the last one that I had, my friend Melba saw it in one of my videos because I had shown it, and she said, "Oh, can I buy that perfume bottle?" So I said, "Yes, you can," because I love Melba, and she is a doll, and she just has done so much for me, and both, you know, as just a friend and a co-crafter, and she sends me little packages all the time, and I just adore her. So here's another one. Funny thing is that they're all like this shape except for the green one. That kind of bums me out. I just realized that. I didn't realize that before, but that's okay. They're still all gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. But I kind of thought they were going to be all different shapes. But, oh well. I guess that's the way it goes when you get a variety pack and they give you what they give you. So, oh well, that's okay. I'm all right with that. Okay, so that one was blue. Beautiful blue. And they're so like see-through and elegant looking. I just love these bottles. And so anyway, I saw something, somebody was doing something with perfume bottles, and it made me think of these because I had bought these before and I had used them all. And so I thought, you know, it's about time I got me some more of those. And I think with my other ones, they were all different heights. And you can buy these in packages where they are all different heights. And if I buy them again, I think that's probably what I'll do, because you can get some that are much taller, and you could probably do a little bit more with them. But we're just going to delicately embellish these beautiful, beautiful bottles. And these two tips, I think, I have a bag right here. I think I'm going to just put those two in the bag, roll them up, and I am going to put them into safety. So there we go. We'll leave those aside because we don't need those for this process. So what I have here is I have some rhinestones. These are ones my friend Robin sent me, and these are I believe she got them on Temu, but they are really, really pretty. These are for nail art, you know, for decorating your fingernails. And she has bought me a lot of stuff that works for, or that is intended for nails. And these are really, really, really sparkly and pretty, and they're not cheapy, and I believe she got them from Temu, and I've seen them on Temu many times. And then I also have the teeny tiny silvery rhinestones here. So I just took out those two because I don't want to put any bold colors or anything on there. I just want them to be just very elegant looking. So, and then I took out a couple of my paper roses, and I did have some of this trim. I have this little tiny piece left of this trim, and so I thought that would be really pretty on the purple one, so I thought I would try it and see what I could do with that. In fact, I'm going to take that out because I just saw a vision while I had that sitting there of what different I might do. So what I want to do is, and then I also took out this piece of ball chain, and what I was thinking with this is I thought, you know, that would be pretty to sort of have, and I didn't even look at it to see if it would even work or if it would look good or whatever, but I thought I might try it somewhere to see if it's something that, and as I'm looking at it, I'm thinking, no, I'm not going to use that. Okay, and then there's one other thing that I have here that I think you guys might find interesting. Let me get this out of here because this is just getting all caught up in that box. I've got a roll of this ball chain, and it's the teeny tiny ball chain, and I didn't realize when I bought it that it was the teeny tiny stuff, and it just doesn't work like the bigger ball chain. So it doesn't hold together right. The clasps didn't hold and all of that. Now these are teeny tiny, eensy weensy. I don't know how I'm going to make these so that you guys can see them. I have a mold here, and this is a nail art mold, and this is bows. And I did get a couple of different ones. This one is flowers. And then this one has flowers and betta fish. which are super cool. And then there's another kind of a fish and a couple of butterflies in it. So this one's very cool. And I got these on Amazon, I believe. Yeah, I'm pretty sure those are Amazon. And actually, this one with the fish and the flowers and the butterflies came with 2 of them. So I thought that was pretty cool. So I will put links for these molds. I'm just going to tell you, warning in advance, they're hard to work with. Now these betta fish came out beautifully. You just have to, I'll do a demo, not in this video, but in another video on how well these work. Now I did kind of figure out how to use them and how to maneuver them so that you get into all the little crevices, but it's still hard to, they're very hard to work with and hard to get these teensy weensy. I mean, you can see some of these bows, look at that, are so delicate. This one is a little less delicate there, but still delicate. Here's a teensy weensy teeny tiny one, and I did these because I thought these would be great on these bottles. I don't know if I have that one going in the right direction or not. Like that. There's a bigger one. I did some purple ones and I did some white ones. So I'm just gonna, and there's a couple of butterflies in here, and then I've got a couple of the flowers in here as well. This is what the flowers look like, and gosh, you guys, I know it's got to be hard for you to see these, but they came out really pretty. They're more like a tropical kind of a flower, and I gotta find a betta fish for you because those betta fish are awesome. Let me see. Got to get down in there. Okay, here's one. I'm going to grab a couple of them if I can. There's one. And there's another one. I'll just grab these 2. And put these back in the cups so I don't lose them. Now, just dropping those in that cup could possibly make them break. Once I get them on my project, I'm not worried about them because they'll stay. And that's the beauty of how tiny they are. They will actually stay. But look at those tiny little betta fish. Aren't they cute? Oh my word, they're so cute. So that's what those look like. Super delicate, but these betta fish came out the best of everything. I was actually quite shocked at how great they turned out. And I was thinking I might try those on something here, but I kind of feel like the bows are going to be a little more for this kind of a thing. But what I'm going to do, let's see, what do I want to put on first? Also, I've got my B7000 here, you guys. I kind of feel like I do maybe want to use these first. Now, here's my question. I don't know really if I want to use the white shows up, but I did the purple ones thinking, oh, purple bottle, purple flower, or purple bows. But here's the thing. You put the purple one on there. Well, let me put a different one on there. Let's see. Here's one. And the purple doesn't really show up on there. Whoops, wrong way. You see that? The purple doesn't really show up too good. Whereas if I put the, what did I do with that white one? Uh-oh. If I put the white one on there, it's just, I just grabbed any old white one. Well, that's a bigger one. Let's see. The smaller ones are going to work best on this because they will be easier to glue down. So that's what the white looks like on there, and you can actually see it. This one would be pretty up in this section. Look at that. because it's got those flowy ribbons. And I'm taking out a couple of bigger ones just for the bottom part, and a couple of flowers I may or may not use. But I'm taking them out, and I'm going to have them here to the side. And there's just trying to find the bows that I like the most, that kind of came out really, really well. That's a good one. And none of these bows are actually, you know, like perfect. That's for sure. There's a fish. Because a lot of them do have a couple of bubbles, but you really can't see them because the bows are so tiny and delicate that the bubbles are also tiny and delicate, and so you really can't see them much. There's a butterfly. That's what the butterfly looks like. Whoopsies. Oh, and I dropped it on there, and I'm never going to see it on there. There it is. Woo! So there's... Okay, let me get... It's my hand that is making it go hard to see or out of focus. So there's a butterfly. It's cute. We'll leave that one out. And let's see. That's a small bow, and this one's almost perfect. There's a teeny tiny bow. And that one's almost perfect too. That's another fish. Whoops. I mean, I might be able to mix a couple of bows, like put a bigger purple one and then a smaller white one on top and really make it look pretty. And that's a decent butterfly. And there's a teeny tiny bow. And I am going to take a couple of these purple ones and set them aside here, just in case I decide I want to go with that doubling up method, because some of these turned out really nice. This one, whoopsies. This one's really pretty. And this one's really pretty. And there's one of the teeny tiny ones. Okay, so and that's one of those too. So what I could do is even put a bigger white one and then a pretty purple one in the middle. So that's what I'm going to take out. The rest of these, I'm going to go ahead and let them go back in their little cup. Oh, that's a teeny tiny. Okay, so I didn't take these out ahead of time because I didn't want to lose them and shuffle things around and then scoop them off my mat here and then end up not being able to find them. I would have been very sad. Okay, so we have a lot of those there, and I kind of feel like maybe if I set them on here, they might not slide, because I have a habit of bumping things. And then I end up with things that get lost because I bump them into an area where I've got a bunch of other stuff and I can't find them. So, and that's very frustrating when that happens. I'm sure some of you know, if you have a craft room like mine, accidents happen and then you end up not being able to find things. I've got enough things I can't find just because I've placed them somewhere that I don't remember where I placed them. So that's no fun. Okay, come on, betta fish. Maybe if I show them all to you on top of this little sponge, you can actually really see them. Super cool. I will get better at doing these, I'm sure. I did try to watch a couple of people on videos doing these, and I did get some tips just from watching them do it. But at the same time, it was not foolproof for sure. Because it's still so easy, even pulling them out of the molds was not easy. So there you go. Now you guys can see them, right? And the purple is more purple than they look on my camera right now. They look blue almost, but they're kind of a deep, deep purple. And I'm going to try and get the color right when I edit my video. I'll try and work with my contrast and everything so you guys can actually see what the actual colors are of everything. Because you can see this flower, these bows are kind of a different purple, but they're as brilliant as these flowers. But for some reason, because of maybe what they're made of, I don't know why that happens. They're actually exactly the same color as this rose. This is the color. Well, they're a little darker, but the same color purple, only darker. So that's that. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I think I'm going to go purple first. And I can see right here, there's one little spot on this bottle. I don't know if you guys can see it. I don't think you can. But there is one little spot there that, right there. I think you can see it now, right there. That is a little kind of off. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to put one of my embellishments over that spot. And this will be the front of the bottle. And I'm okay with that. Even though there's a flaw on it, there won't be a flaw when I get done embellishing it. So what I want to do is right there. Let's see. I really kind of feel like I want to put this one right there. So that's the first one I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put on. And I'm going to put the glue on the back side of the bow so that I know exactly which parts I need to hit before I put it on there. And so that I don't have a whole bunch of glue sticking out everywhere that it doesn't need to be. And I definitely want to get the glue on to these ribbons that are hanging down, the little thin ribbons. I definitely want the glue on those. So where's my little spot? Oh, now I can't see it. Where are you? Where are you? There it is. Oh, so that's the front. Oops, I didn't turn it around. I'm trying to put it on there backwards. Okay. So this goes on this way. And because this is so thin, I can actually press it down here, down here, and get it to stick and kind of mold to the glass, which is awesome. And it's actually staying down. So there we go. There's our little bow on the front. Isn't that beautiful, you guys? Oh my gosh, so beautiful. And I am going to have to give this some little bit of time in between gluing these things on, just because it's absolutely going to need some, it's going to need to be on there well for me to be able to work with it. So I've got 2 flowers here, and I'm thinking maybe, oh, where'd that one go? It just dropped right here. There it is. So I think what I really need to do I want to go, I want to look at this. Do I want to go with just 2 of those that are kind of matching flowers, and then maybe kind of like that? Or do I only want to use 2 flowers? Because we're looking at this and there's not a whole lot of space on this bottle, and I don't want to overdo it. So there's 3 flowers together right here. And so, well, maybe what I'll do is I'll just put one on at a time. And with that, I'll know what I'm going to do. So again, I'll put the glue on the back side of this flower. These little tiny things of the B7000 are a little harder for me to squeeze, because there's not much coming out as I'm squeezing, which is a good thing. When you're working with these teeny tiny things, that's a good thing. Okay. I notice I did put this a little over that way. The spot is right here, but that's okay because I'm going to put a flower right there. And part of me says what I'm going to do is I'm going to put some B7000 down. Something stuck to my hand. That's my other flower. And I'm going to just position that flower there. Oh my gosh, that looks gorgeous. You guys, I'm so excited. Now I'm wondering, do I just put maybe a bow below those flowers? Oops, I turned it around. That's not what I wanted to do. I should be using my tweezers here, but it really doesn't matter. It's the shaky hands that get me in trouble. I'm going to pull that off. I have another thought here. Okay, what other white bows do I have? Got this one. This one's very pretty. Oh yeah, that looks really pretty on there. But now what I'm going to do is I'm going to look at my purple bows and see if I want to go with the purple one right there. Now that does look very pretty. Let me pick a smaller one, because again, I don't want to overdo this spot. Let's see, that's pretty small. Here we go. This one feels like it's kind of more, yes, more in the zone. Okay, so I'm going to push those back together. I'm going to grab this with my tweezers and turn it over. Make sure, oh, okay, this is the back side here. I can see because it's shinier. It's kind of hard to tell, and so if you were to put it on backwards, nobody would probably ever know it. So, just so you know. These tweezers don't have a real good hold on this bow. But I am trying to get enough glue on the tails of the bow so that I can press it down. And I'm going to turn it a little sideways and press those tails down. Just like that. Come on, little bow. There we go. Oh, it looks so gorgeous, you guys. Look at that. Oh my word. Okay, I was gonna look and see. I'm gonna grab this little teeny tiny bow right here and see if I put that in the middle of the purple one. I think that's gonna be nice. I got a good enough glimpse of it just in that second. So I'm going to put glue on the back side of this. And I want to get it on most of the parts because I don't know where it's going to actually touch the purple bow. But we do need to get it to touch and stick. But here's the thing. Ugh, I've got glue stuck to my tweezers. Here. I'm going to do it with my fingernails. And hope that the glue doesn't stick to my fingernails. Okay, so now I can kind of press that down in the center. And I've just got to reposition it just a little bit here, because that little piece was so delicate it kind of fell inside the other bow, so we don't want that. Okay, that looks really nice. That looks beautiful. I hope you guys can see that. Look at how gorgeous that is. Now I wonder, I'm going to check on the top one too and see if maybe what I want to do is take one of these purple ones. I've got a teeny tiny one here and put that in the middle of the top one. I've got that one which has a longer ribbon. I've got this one which is short ribbons. Whoops. I don't want to break it. And that's gonna go. Ugh. No, I feel like that one's a little too big. This one's really pretty. Oops, I'm just checking to see which side's the front and which side's the back. Okay, this is the front. Whoops. Yeah, that's the front. And actually, okay guys, I'm sorry, I have to check a few of these. This one's way thinner and less beefy, I guess is the word I'm looking for. Less thick. It's a bigger bow, but it's not so heavy looking on the original white bow. Oh no. Oh look, see, I almost sent that sailing. I just can't get it to sit there long enough for me to get a vision of what it looks like, because it wants to fall right off. Oh, now that looks pretty, kind of turned in the other direction. I'm going to get some really good pictures at the end of the video too, you guys. So just be patient with me. We'll get some good video or good pictures, and maybe even a little short video with my phone, because I seem to have better luck getting good video from my phone sometimes. Whoops, I'm sorry. Than I do this camera. But then again, I am going to be editing this as well. So in the editing process, I'm hoping I can get the right adjustments made so that your colors are what they should be and everything looks exactly the way I'm seeing it here. Okay, so that's that. And that is gorgeous. I think it looks really, really pretty. And not to mention, I'm looking at my camera and it's really small in my camera, so maybe I'm not seeing what you guys are going to see when it's done. So it may not be as bad as I think it is sometimes. Okay, so what did I want to do with this? I'm thinking... I'm just gonna cut extra of the green out here. And what I was wanting to do is to put this down on the bottom pad, but that is just way too bulky. My original piece is this one. This is what, and see, that just kind of goes right around that little center of the stem, and it lays down really, really nicely. So that's, I think I'm gonna go ahead and use that, and then I can add, you know, a flower over here if I want to, or on the other side if I want to, you know, so I can always add a flower or two. But I also plan on using some of my paper flowers. So I think what I need to do just trying to push that up just a tad. Okay, so what I need to do is glue this down, and what I'm going to do is I am going to use my B7000 to do that. So let's get that on the bottom side. And this trim is so pretty. It's always been one of my favorite trims that I would get from Debbie over at Bird's Place. I don't think she's had it in quite a while, or I just haven't gotten any in a little bit, but it really is super pretty, and she's always sent it to me when she's had it. So I've been very fortunate to be blessed with the gifts that Debbie has sent me from Bird's Place. Very, very blessed. She's just the sweetest friend And she's just done so much for me. We do for each other. And you guys need to get over to Bird's place because I'm pretty sure she's going to be doing another paper flower sale coming up here pretty soon. I think she's trying to see what she can gather up as far as flowers are concerned to get ready for it. So if you can get over there, you know, beforehand and get signed up and get joined, then you'll be sure to be able to see when she's having her sale, and she will let everybody know. I'm going to save those for that one. Okay, so this is a purplish pinkish flower, so that we're going to use. I was considering using these, but I don't know. I'm gonna see how this goes. I'm gonna cut one off. These sometimes, if you cut them too short, they will unwind and unravel and be done before you ever get them on the project. So I'm always fearful that that's going to happen. Not that it's a big deal, because I can just move on to the next one. I do use them because they are very pretty. They're a real pretty color. So if I was to put two of those kind of coming off of either side, I think those would be pretty, and then put maybe a white one in the center or this other little purple rose. But for this, I'm going to use hot glue. So I'm just going to take and set one here, and you can see that pretty purple flower coming out from underneath it. And then we'll do this one. Just a little bit of hot glue. I stuck my finger in it. And we'll have that one kind of come out that way, kind of more to the edge. And let's see how this looks better. Is it better with the white one? Yes, it is. Okay. Yeah, I actually do. I like that a lot. This is a little bit different, kind of a dusty rose, kind of a purple. But I actually kind of like the contrast of the two purples. So then I have these little purple balls, sparkly balls, that I got a few years ago. I got them at a local dollar store here, local to me. And let me show you. I got a piece of glue that's pulling things off. So super sparkly. They're foam balls. And you might have seen some similar to this at like the Dollar Tree or whatever. However, nowhere else have I been able to get ones that are this kind of purple. And they, right after I bought them, they stopped carrying them. And I was so disappointed. Oh my word, I was so disappointed when she told me they weren't carrying them. Well, what had happened was, kind of wasn't the store's fault. What happened was, you know that terrible thing that disturbed all of our lives for 2 years? That, I call it the C word, that made everybody have to sit at home and not do anything and not be able to go to stores, or if you could go to stores, stores couldn't get the products that they were getting before. And some of them just never brought those products back. So that is kind of what happened in this instance. So just a real bummer, but you know what? There's nothing I can do about it. I still go in that store every now and then, but they stopped carrying a lot of the crafting type stuff, which is a shame because they really did well with it. But I guess they just decided to sell more like food items and cheap cheesy clothing and things like that. And so it's not the fun place it used to be to go to. So, oh well, that's okay. Okay, so I did put that piece sort of around the back side. And then I'm going to put this flower right there. So let's just put a little dollop. And put that on there. Okay. And maybe one more white flower on the back side, or do I want to do that? Maybe I don't want to do that. All right, well, first things first, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put some glue in here. And I'm going to try and drop a couple of these sparkly balls in there. And I'm actually going to put a green one in there too, but I want to put those in the other way. There we go. And I'm going to put one towards the back side. And I want a little tiny one, the smallest one that I can get, right there. Just to kind of fill in that spot. And then I want one more right almost to the edge. And that's going to have to be a tiny one as well. I still have a few more of these set aside. So if I need more, I can get a couple more. I don't have many of them, but I do have a few. So that's what that looks like. It's coming together really nicely. Okay, and then we are going to put one right there. And again, we want a small one. And I'll just push that in there. Look at how beautiful that looks, you guys. Okay, and then we got to get over to this side and add a couple in there. So I'll just add a little bit of glue there. We don't need quite as much on this side. So I'm going to put a green one and a purple one in there, and now I'm going to just press those in like that. So pretty. Oh my word. Maybe I should put this little purple. I think I'm going to put this little purple flower on the other side, and I'm going to add a little bit more to the back side of this, just because I feel like it needs it going all the way around. So we'll put a little bit bigger one right there. And I want to get one back behind there. Okay. Oh my word, I just pushed on that. You have to be careful when you're working on something like this, not to squish and push on those ones that you already did. Now I'm going to be adding some resin, just so you guys know, to these bottles that I'm making. You do not have to do that. I'm doing it just because I know I can, and I feel better about having the resin on there, so I'm going to do that. Let me see. Here's my little baggie. This is what I have left of my little sparkly balls. I'm going to grab a couple of green ones. I'm going to grab a few just because I can't see which ones are small and which ones are bigger. And then just a couple more purple. There we go. We don't need all of those, but I just want to be able to place them the way I want them. This one's going to go right there. And part of me says, where did I put, oh, here they are, that I need to put one more of these in there. Yes, definitely, 100%. And so once I get it glued and get it down, I shouldn't have to worry about anything unraveling. So I'm going to glue it really well at the tip of the stem there. And get that right in that little spot there. Had a whole bunch of glue strings on my hand, and we need another purple right there. And I'm going to drop a bigger one in there and a little one. Okay, you guys, I think I need one more here. And that's just going to be a little one. Okay, but I'm not done. I'm sorry, I'm just wiping a glue string off of there. Okay, I'm going to put these back in the baggie because I don't want to lose any of them. And we'll put that back in my flower box. Okay, so far, look at how gorgeous that is. You guys, oh my goodness. Okay, now we're going to add some rhinestones. So I'm just going to knock a couple of these out of here. Not that many. We are not going to be wasteful with these. There's a couple of hearts right there. We'll only take one heart out. And then I've got these, which would probably be really nice in there. Okay, so these are the rhinestones that we're going to have to play with. Right there. Beautiful, beautiful rhinestones. So these should be very easy to tuck into a couple of places. Now, you know I can't put all of these in here because they're big. They're not teeny tiny little rhinestones. So they can only go in so many spots. So I'm going to just kind of test them out here. This one, oh, I just lost it. It snapped out of my hand. Oh, that's devastating. That's okay. I'll find it later. I only have one more of those, so I better not do that again. I'm thinking if I put that There. And now I don't know if it's going to work because it looks like it might be too big. Yeah, that's too big. This is more narrow here. But it's still long. That's where I might run into problems because most of these are longer little rhinestones. So that's not going to work there. What about the heart? Now the heart we can position so that you can tell it's a heart, and it can sit up a little bit more. Okay, come on now. Come out of there. Okay, come on, little heart. Please. Oh my word. I cannot get this to pick up. That's exactly where I'm feeling like I want to put it. It'd be nice sitting kind of in front of one of the flowers up front, because that's the front. It'd be nice just kind of sitting right there. Ooh, that's almost perfect. It is perfect. So I am going to put a little B7000 in that spot right there. And put enough on there so that it's touching enough things that it can't go anywhere. Okay, come on, little heart. Do your thing like you did last time. And that looks gorgeous. Oh, you guys, I can't wait to work on the rest of these now. This is getting real. Okay, then what I thought I would do is I've got these 3 little diamond-ish pieces, and I thought these would be pretty right up here. And I think what I need to do is I need to put 4 of them in there. So I am going to grab one more of those. This I'm going to put back. You came from there. And I'm going to wipe my B7000 spout so that it's nice and clean. And I've got 4 of those there. And I'm going to go, this is my center, so I'm going to go with a little dot there. I'm going to look at the other side and see where the other bit is, and I'm going to put directly behind the other one. And then this will go between those. And this will go between those 2. And so now we're going to very carefully pick these up and place them on the neck of the bottle. Oops, I touched the back side. That was not smart. Put one there, and then I'll adjust them in just a minute. I want to get them all on that glue. Again, we're using B7000. And these are the teeny tiny, oh, I thought I knocked off my heart. These are the teeny tiny B7000s, and they came actually with something that I got in a package. Like it was part of, it wasn't really a kit, but it had stuff in it that I guess they just sent the B7000 so you could put everything together with it. And I thought that was very cool that they did that. I thought, they did not have to do that, but they did it anyway. And so I was very grateful because of the size that these tubes are and the size of their spouts. It's awesome for these little tiny detail things. Okay, so there we go. We've got those all the way around the neck. And that is gorgeous. And then we're going to go into these. And I wish I had. There we go. I do. Look what I have right here. Rhinestone picker. Okay. So these are teeny tiny ones, and that's what we want right now. We want teeny tiny rhinestones. I'm just gonna pop those out of there, and these are like these look like they're pretty much all the same size, so I'm gonna bank on that and hope that they truly are. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put those around this gold band that's on the round part. So, thing is I need to try and get my dots evenly placed. I'll just do a few dots and then stick them down and then do a few more. I don't know, this stuff doesn't dry all that fast. I could probably put a whole bunch on at one time, I think. Now let's just hope that I end up at the end of this with the right space, because I did not measure to see how this was going to go, and look at that. Worked out perfectly. Okay, so now I'm just going to start grabbing my rhinestones, whoops, and placing them on there. Okay, I'm going to put that one and then the one on the other side of the front. Problem is this thing that I've got these on top of is a piece of paper, and it's bouncing as I'm trying to pick these up. I'm sorry. Plus this rhinestone picker is just not grasping anything. Okay. But if I don't get these going pretty quick here, then I'm going to have dry glue. And that's not going to be good. Oh gosh, I know I'm putting my head in there. Oh, I hate when I do that. Problem is sometimes I have to just stick my head in there just to be able to see what I'm doing, and then I realize, oh lordy, my head. I don't like anybody to see the top of my head. It's not attractive. Especially the older you get, the worse that part of your hairline looks. Ugh. You guys, more and more I'm feeling like I keep getting in my head, maybe I need to color my hair again. Maybe I need to do something to make me feel better. But the other side of me says, no, you grew your hair out so that you wouldn't have to color it ever again. And that's why I went and let it go white. Because my hair is completely white now with silver undertones. Now the underneath side of my hair is all silver, which is awesome. I wish the whole thing was silver, if I'm being honest, because I do love the silver hair, and the silver provides a little more color and it goes better with my face than the white hair does, because I was a brunette my whole life. And so that was the color of my hair most of my life. And then I started coloring it lighter and making it more, you know, like dark blonde tones, which I liked. I did like that. But now I kind of feel like I'd kind of like to have brown hair again. Okay, guys, there we go. We have those pretty little rhinestones. Now I've got some glue strings on there that I am not going to mess with right now because the glue is still wet and I don't want to mess it up. So I will get those glue strings off once I'm done and I know everything's dry and ready to go. So there's that part. Looks pretty, doesn't it? And I'm going to add a couple of rhinestones just sort of in a couple of spots, like off, kind of off kilter from each other. So we're going to do that in this area. So I'll put a kind of like just like little polka dots. But we're not going to add a lot of them, guys. We're not going to put them like everywhere. Okay. I think that's plenty on that side. And these rhinestones are a little bit bigger. And I think they're going to look really, really pretty on this. Oh, I would have been so hurt if I had dropped that. And I've got one more dot of glue on there. Okay, so there's that. So let's start adding a few more dots of glue here and there. Okay. So now I think I have all of the dots of glue that I need. It's funny, usually when I drop these things, they drop down and they just land right where I need them to land. Right now, they're not flipping onto the right side. But I hate when I keep flipping these rhinestones off my mat, because then, you know, with each one I'm losing another rhinestone. See? They just keep wanting to flip because this paper is not sitting flat on my tabletop. I didn't want to stick it down because I plan on taking it off after this video. Or after I make a couple of videos, I should say, because it's not what I want on my tabletop. But I had to do something. My poor puppy, she's out there all by herself, and she wants Mom and Dad to come and hang out with her, and he's outside and I'm in my craft room. But I have been spending lots of time with my puppy since I was sick. I was spending every day with her, and we were just hanging out and watching a lot of TV, and she was happy. And I was happy because I was with her, and now I've got to get back to doing stuff that needs to get done. I just have to. And she does not understand that. She's like, okay, what happened to my mom? Okay. So, oh, there's two more. One there. And one there. Let's look around it, make sure we got them all. I feel like I gotta put one there. I put a little bit more than I really planned on adding to it. And that noise was Holly going out her doggy door into the backyard. She's been pacing the hallway outside of my craft room. Okay, I think I got them. Oh, there's one more spot. Okay, now I think I got them all in there. Okay, so that's what we got, you guys. All of those beautiful rhinestones and flowers and all of that gorgeousness on there. It looks amazing, you guys. And let's go ahead and get our topper. We're not going to be doing 2 bottles today, you guys. We're only going to do 1. But I may try to get the other one done tonight and add pictures to my video. So that's what we've got, you guys. Let me see. I think we need something solid to set it on top of. There we go. I think that you can see. Look at that. Oh my word, you guys. It's so beautiful. So that's what our little bows look like. And our little flowers with the other bow. And let me just kind of spin her around here. That's the back side. And back to the front. Gorgeous, isn't it? Oh my word, is it ever gorgeous. You guys, this was so fun to do, and I'm so glad I finally got myself up and got myself moving to do a project like this. This is awesome. I did do another video on a small box that took me almost no time the other day, so I'll be working on getting that video ready too. I don't know which one I'll put up first, but look at this. Oh my word. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope you enjoyed the project particularly, because I sure did. And I just think these bottles are gorgeous. And I can't wait to do the rest of them. I just can't wait. I'm so excited to do all of these bottles and get them in my shop so that we can get them for sale and see, you know, see what kind of attraction they get, because, you know, not everybody's into perfume bottles and things like that, but for those who are, I think that they will really, really enjoy this. And like I said, I'm going to get some really good pictures of these, you guys, and so when I do, I will put them up with the video. And yeah, so thanks a lot for watching, and God bless each and every one of you. I love you all, and I hope you all have a blessed Friday and a blessed weekend. Or actually Friday, you won't see this till after Friday. So a blessed weekend and a blessed week ahead, and stay safe, stay well. Don't get the stomach flu like I did. Lasted me 2 weeks, 2 full weeks, 14 days. And I gotta tell you guys, never had it so bad in all my life. I guess I've been okay and back to work for a week now. So I'm not sick anymore, but it took so much life out of me that it was all I could do this last week was to go to work a couple of days and come home and lay back down. I cooked dinner. I did things around the house and stuff, but I gotta tell you guys, I was never so sick in all my life. Never so sick. I've had COVID a few times, honestly. The first time I got COVID, it was terrible. It was really bad. But I have to honestly say, I don't think even that was as terrible as what I had with this awful, awful, awful stomach flu that I got. It was just awful. And there were moments when I was sick and I was just praying for God to take me home, because I was that sick. But anyway, all good now. I'm feeling much better, and as this day's going on, I'm feeling better and better. So thank you for watching, guys, and I hope you enjoyed this, and I hope you will try it yourself. The links will be in the description menu for the bottles. I can even put a couple of links in for different rhinestones, for the molds, for the bows. The flowers, you got to get those at Bird's Place. That's where I get my paper flowers. These are beautiful, beautiful flowers that I get from Debbie over at Bird's Place, and they are amazing. And they're the only, my favorite paper flowers in the whole world, because they're made to look like real roses, and they're made well. They're not flimsy paper. They're mulberry paper. So they're very, very well made flowers. And so you need to join Bird's Place if you want to get in on one of her sales. I know she's planning on trying to do a sale soon. So get over there now, get signed up, get joined in, and that way you'll be ahead of the game, so that when she does do, because once she starts getting knee deep into prepping for her flower sales, she doesn't have a whole lot of time for anything else as far as getting everybody set up and all of that. So please, please, please go now, join up. I'll put her link in the description menu below, and Debbie will get you signed on. There's a little bit of information you have to give her. You can't just go over there and hit join and you're joined. There's questions that you'll be asked, and she will evaluate that, and she will send you an approval notice. So just be on the lookout for her notice saying, yes, you've been added to the group, and you are going to have so much fun with us. So I'll see y'all later. More videos to come. I'm going to work really, really hard these next couple of days that I'm off to try and get more videos done, and I hope I can do it. Love you all. Be blessed. Stay safe. Oh, like, share, and comment. Thanks, you guys. Love you. Bye.